Look at the French newspapers. We are going to do that, but before we look at the French ones, let's take a quick look first about how the US media is reacting to that first presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Flo is here. What are they saying?
Well, the million-dollar question, of course, is who won that debate that we've been anticipating for so many months now. Well, let's take a look, first of all, at the LA Times. They really kind of did the math. They kind of divided the debate up into rounds. I love this cartoon.
Great cartoon.
It's quite a great cartoon there. So they scored this debate, and they say that according to their calculations, Hillary Clinton beat Trump round by round. Now, what's interesting is that is an opinion that is being shared by a lot of viewers of the debate as well. This is actually the post-debate poll that was carried out by CNN. It's been retweeted here by Dan Diamond from the website Politico. You can see Clinton 62%, Trump 27%, so quite a big gap there. Do keep in mind, though, this poll was carried out immediately after the debate. It's early days, still a lot of reactions rolling in, still a lot of people trying to make up their mind as well as to who won that debate.
And many are saying that Trump actually had a bit of a hard time, perhaps not surprising this, keeping his cool, if you like, during this high-stakes showdown.
That's right. It's not really his forte.
Not always, no.
Well, Politico says that Hillary Clinton was very composed, and she managed to get under Donald Trump's skin. Donald Trump persistently was trying to interrupt Clinton as she needled him on all sorts of things like his business record, the size of his fortune, his relationship with the truth. You can see the photo that they actually chose to illustrate this article. Hillary Clinton seems to be laughing at Donald Trump while he's trying to prove a point there. Now, the Daily Beast agrees with this analysis as well. You can see they're saying that Donald Trump raved on as Hillary Clinton was speaking. For most of the evening, it was Clinton who was driving the agenda and appeared more relaxed and prepared and, I guess, more presidential, according to their analysis. But it really depends on the media. Of course, no surprise, American media is very polarized. If we take a look at Fox News, no surprise here. They have a very different analysis of the situation. Now, they say that Clinton scored a lot of points, but she stayed on the offensive. She was more aggressive, while Trump really stuck to the issues. But as I said, early days, lots of analysis rolling in. I'll give you a more in-depth analysis at 9 o'clock for our international press review.
We're looking forward to it already. Let's move on to the French press now then. Papers focusing on a trial set to open today. This is of the 15 Air France employees and former employees as well. They're on trial, of course, for tearing the shirts of two executives, if you like, from the company, aren't they?
That's right. You might remember that footage from about a year ago, those Air France executives running away from an angry mob of workers. Now, it sparked a lot of outrage at the time, but also these workers got a lot of support from L'Humanité. L'Humanité is the communist paper. You can see they're saying that unionism in general is on trial for just one shirt, essentially. Excuse me. But L'Humanité says, this is a political trial. They're trying to set an example and discourage people from taking industrial action. But what's violent is not ripping a shirt. It's the jobs that have been slashed. And in fact, if you read Libération today, it points out that in the past 4 years, over 8,000 jobs have been slashed.
Well, we're talking about job losses. Papers also focusing on the latest unemployment figures for the month of August here in France. It's really not a very pretty picture, is it?
That's right. 52,400 extra job seekers. Excuse me. Le Figaro says that unemployment is rising despite the government's efforts and promises. If you look at François Hollande's track record in general when it comes to unemployment, it's catastrophic, according to Le Figaro in another editorial today. It points out that since he was elected, there are 685,000 more job seekers. Excuse me, I have a little frog in my throat here. I do have some water, but I'll get there. Le Monde points out that, look, Le Figaro here is outraged by the situation. But check this out. This is Le Monde today that's reporting on the fact that unemployment is still a major preoccupation for French people. According to a poll that you can read here in Le Monde, 30% of French people say it's France's biggest problem these days. Now, that's ahead of insecurity. Of course, France has been experiencing a lot of insecurity in the last couple of years. 24% of people say that insecurity is the biggest problem for France. 11% say it's immigration, but you can still see there 30% say unemployment is the biggest biggest problem for France right now.
Okay, I shall ask the next question very slowly so that Flo can have a quick slurp of water. We're going to end with something completely different, actually. Lawmakers in Paris have voted to set up designated clothes-free area on the city's edge. You're going to be visiting, Flo?
Well, it maybe. I must have.
Maybe? Okay,
Maybe.
That was a maybe.
Well, it's not 100% sure yet,
No.
but it could open as early as next summer in one of the two major wooded areas on the edge of the city. So you have the Bois de Boulogne and you have the Bois de Vincennes.
At least there's shade.
It's exactly lots of shade. You won't get too much sunburn. Now, this proposal for a nudist park could be a first for a capital city. Now, 2 million French people practice this sport. Maybe you could call it. I don't
Whatever,
know.
yeah.
It's called naturisme in French. This hobby, maybe that's
Hobby,
the right
that's
word
better,
for it.
yeah.
Now, it's already available in several other European cities, including Barcelona, Berlin, Munich. And what's interesting is that France is actually a top destination for people who like naturisme. Across
Okay.
the country, there are more than 100 clothes-free beaches and campsites. So it's the number one destination for clothes-free leisure lovers. That's what a lot of media is calling them.
Yeah.
Well, people are quite intrigued by this plan to set up this new park. You can get a lot of reactions in the press today. Paris authorities, meanwhile, say that this latest demand for somewhere to bear all in the French capital is very respectful. So they say this is something that's an important thing to essentially give people this opportunity.
Yeah.
It certainly will be an eyeful for tourists.
It certainly will be. The audience is just delighted that they're not setting it up here in the studio. They're very pleased to hear that it's
It's
a
not
wood
far from here.
on the yeah, but it's a wood on the outskirts of Paris. That's okay. It's not too bad. Thank you, Flo. Flo with the papers here on France 24. As she says, she'll be back in a couple of hours' time with the international ones, summing up a little bit more from that debate, of course.